Hey guys, so sorry I've been gone for a while. I've had a lot going on personally, like in my family, and then I got sick and all that stuff, so I'm back now. So anyways, today's topic I wanted to talk about is spiritual lifestyle and a religious lifestyle, or what's the difference between being spiritual and religious. And I'm just gonna give my opinion because this is what I've been through. Like, everything that I say is basically my opinion and things that I believe and that I live by. So if somebody else's information could be different, or they might look at it in a different way, it is what it is. I'm just gonna say like how I feel. So basically, being religious is being in a religion. It means that you belong to a certain group, a religion, and you believe in certain things and you do certain things and you live your life in a certain way. Being spiritual, having a spiritual lifestyle, also means believing in something, but it doesn't specifically mean, okay, I believe that this happened or this happened. It just means like you're awakening yourself, you're opening your eyes, you're starting to connect more with, whether you call him God or source or whatever you may call a higher power, knowing that there's a higher power, knowing that there's a purpose for your life, making better decisions in your life, knowing, right from wrong, going with your feelings, being more compassionate, being more sensitive, just grounding yourself into the person that you're supposed to be. And that's what living a spiritual lifestyle is about. Now, some people, they take it too far and they start sounding a little crazy and start coming up with all these crazy ideas, which, I mean, I'm not knocking or anything, but sometimes it can get a little out of hand, and then that's how some people get misguided in a lot of things, and then they go off and do all kinds of weird things. But that's not what a real spiritual lifestyle is about. A spiritual lifestyle is about grounding yourself, knowing yourself, getting to know your higher self, listening to your intuition, helping people, being of service of any kind, being compassionate, listening, getting emotional, accepting the truth, getting to know yourself, stuff like that. That's what it's about to me. And just trying to live right and trying to fulfill this purpose that you have in life. That's what it's about to me. And a lot of people aren't in that spiritual lifestyle or even awakened yet. Like, some people say awaken, like, you woke up, or they're sleeping or whatever. People say stuff like that, and I believe that's very true, because I believe that for many years I was sleeping and I kind of just woke up. So I totally agree with that statement, because I don't even know what I was thinking a long time ago compared to how I think now. Like, now I think about things twice. I feel how people feel. I care. I'm just more open, and I'm more acceptable, and I'm non-judgmental, because I understand that everybody has issues, everybody goes through things, and I'm not perfect or nothing. I mean, yes, I judge, of course, but I'm not like how I was, because I'm more compassionate. My heart is more full, and I'm more open, and I understand things more, and I see things totally different. So for me, living a spiritual lifestyle excuse me, is a very good thing, because it helps me be a better me, and I can help people be a better them, or just be there for them. So it gives me more patience too. I've noticed that I have a lot more patience. I've always been kind of a patient person in some aspects, but for the most part, now that I am who I am and accept who I am, I'm more patient. And that's another thing about spirituality. It's about accepting certain things about yourself. It's about accepting who you are. It is about accepting other people also, and trying to fix it and put love into it, because at the end of the day, the world is about love. There's a lot of negativity stuff going on, but at the end of the day, like, God made us here for love. He is love. Love is everything. So, like the song One Love, like, that is so true, because we are one love, and we're supposed to love and help each other, but unfortunately it's not like that. But that's a whole nother subject. But anyways, so that's a part of living a spiritual lifestyle. And you know, you hear a lot of people living a spiritual lifestyle who meditate, who deal with rocks, crystals, stuff like that, go, you know, get groups together, talk about spiritual stuff. I feel like having a spiritual lifestyle is less demanding. I think that, yeah, less demanding, because you don't have somebody saying, well, if you don't do this right, you know, you're going to hell. Or if you don't do this, you're going to hell. If you don't go to church, you know, you're not getting into heaven. And if you know, this is what this says. And if you don't listen to this, like that stuff, like it can get like a little overwhelming and a little pressured. And people start panicking and thinking, oh my God, I didn't go to church on Sunday. Like, I'm not going to heaven. Or, you know, I said a cuss word, or I slept in late, or whatever, you know, I live with a boyfriend, like this is wrong, whatever. But that's in spiritual lifestyle. In a spiritual lifestyle, you don't have to worry about that, because nobody's judging you, and really nothing is wrong. Like, you believe in what you believe in, as long as it comes with good intention, as long as it comes from love in your heart. That's what it's all about. And religious lifestyle is more of, okay, we're going to do everything accordingly. We're going to do this. And if you don't do this, it's going to be like this. And, you know, it works for some people. It worked for me for a long time. And I'm not even saying, like, I was just a religious, like, did everything. I mean, I did my certain things that I had to do and that I was supposed to do. But a lot of time, it put a lot of fear in my heart, because I thought, okay, well, if I do this, then I'm not going to get to heaven, or God's going to be mad at me, or, you know, that's against my religion, or something like that. And I felt like maybe I was just kind of, like, stuck sometimes, because I felt bad about certain decisions that I make. So, you know, there's a big difference, and anybody can live any way that they want to live. I'm not saying that living religious is bad, and I'm not saying that living spiritual is amazing, because I live both. I'm religious and I'm spiritual. So I like both, because I do like certain things that my religion says. I do like things that the Bible says, but then again, I don't agree with some things, and then, you know, so it's just kind of like in the middle. I'm just in the middle. And I just feel that if you have love in your heart, and you have a good intention, you have God in your heart most of all, or whatever you want to call him, source, whatever that means to you, as long as you have that intention, like, your life can go really decent. I mean, of course, there's going to be ups and downs, but when you start to get to know yourself, and you know who the core of you is, and you know who you are as a person, things start to make more sense to you. Doing bad things start to feel more bad in your heart. You know, being honest is important. Just being there as a human to somebody else is really important to you. Once you open your eyes, and once you see that you can help people and you can make a difference, and just you listening is the difference for anybody who's needing that. So I think that being spiritual is a good thing. I think that being religious is a good thing. But both of them, I think if they're both taken too far, it could be a bad thing. In both areas. And I think with everything, taken too far can be, but specifically religion and spiritual lifestyle, because some religious people can just go way too far and twist things and just turn it into something that's not even of God. And then some spiritual people can twist something into something that has nothing to do with a spiritual lifestyle, or even love, or anything like that. It could be manipulating. So I just feel like if anybody's looking to live a spiritual lifestyle, you know, research it. Figure out what it is, what direction you want to go. Figure out what it is that you believe. Figure out if there's people who believe what you believe. Find people who can connect with you. Find a teacher. Find somebody who can relate. I mean, not necessarily a teacher, but somebody who can relate to you, so you don't feel alone. Because I know on this journey of trying to live a spiritual lifestyle, whether you're just, you know, just wanting to be spiritual, or you're a medium, or you're a psychic, or you're a healer, or anything like that, I know that in the beginning it's very hard, because there are certain things that you do have to come to terms with. You have to accept yourself. You have to go through a lot of soul searching, self-love, you know, cry it out, scream it out, get mad, whatever. You have to do these things to be at peace with yourself and become basically one, and just accept who you are and figure out where to go from there. So like I said, if anybody's looking to be in a spiritual lifestyle, I suggest a lot of research, and I suggest figure out what your soul is searching for, and go for it, and don't be ashamed. And if you want to talk about God, if you want to talk about spirit, if you want to talk about angels, never be ashamed to do that, because they're very real and there's nothing wrong with that. And anybody who brushes that off, that's their problem, and I wouldn't let that hold you back, and I just wouldn't be ashamed. And if anybody's out there who wants to be a more religious person and they're not sure which way to go, figure out which religion works best for you. Figure out where you fit in. Figure out what words, you know, work for you. Figure out if you like to go to a Catholic mass, or you like to go to a service, if that's what they're called, I'm not really sure, but a service of any type of other religion. You know, try it out before you judge it, and see where you fit in best, because you have to live your life, and you're here to be happy, and you're here to live your purpose. So you have to put in that work to figure out what works best for you. And like I said, for me, I'm religious and spiritual. I'm a Catholic, and I'm a medium, and I'm a psychic, and I'm all of this. And I believe in that, in that spiritual lifestyle, and I believe in that religious lifestyle. So you can do that. You can have both, you know, but you just have to find your balance, and you have to be grounded, and you have to know yourself most of all. So I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people always ask me about it, and I just feel like, you know, you don't really have to choose. And I just feel like sometimes you just kind of have to be aware if you are confused and you want to get the right information, and always go with your heart. If something doesn't feel right, don't get into it, don't follow it, don't do it. If they're asking crazy things of you, don't do it, because that's not what it's about. Religion nor spiritual lifestyle is about doing weird things, or, you know, sacrificing yourself or your body, or, you know, just weird cult things. I don't know what people get into, but that's not what it's about. So like I said, follow your heart, know what's right for you, you know, research different things that you're into, research different parts of life that you want to get into, that you're interested in, and go for it. And ask for help, most of all. Never be afraid to ask for help for anything that you do. And if anybody has any questions, or wants me to go into more detail about it, let me know. Leave a comment or email me or contact me, however, and I definitely will. Or if anybody's looking to turn to spiritual lifestyle or religious lifestyle, like maybe I can help you with that. Whatever I could do, just let me know. And I hope this video helps somebody, or has some information. I don't know if I'm all over the place, but I just wanted to say how I feel and what I've been through. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, blessed day, and see you guys later. Bye, guys.